morning. I hope all of you are very good and safe at home. Today we are going to start our next topic, but before that let's recapitulate our previous topic. In the previous class we have completed the different types of parts of plant. First one was root, second was stem and then leaf. After that we have discussed type of venations. What do you mean by venation? The arrangement of veins on a leaf blade is called the venation. And two types of venations are there, reticulate venation and parallel venation. I hope that content is clear to you. Today we are going to start the next part, that is parts of plant is flower. You know, flower perhaps the most beautiful parts of plant. Different plants have different types of flower according to their shape, size, color, and they give us so much pleasant smell also. Like rose, marigold, lily, all these are the different types of flowers. Flower is that part of plant which contain the reproductive organ. What do you mean by this? Means they have male cells and female cells which forms the fruit, and fruits have seeds in them. So today we are going to discuss the structure of the flower, what the flower have. So let's start.
Going to discuss the reproduction of flowering plants. Reproduction means how we can form the new plant by using the pre-existing. I am taking the hibiscus flower. Hibiscus flower is also called China rose. As you can see, this is called hibiscus flower and it is also called China rose. So let's see how the hibiscus is dissected. First of all, I have to remove the green part of the hibiscus flower, which is green, and it is called sepals. So basically, main parts of flowers are sepals, petals, stamen, and pistil. So the green part, as you can see, is called the sepals, and first we have to remove the sepal part. And the main function of sepal is that sepal protects the flower when it is in the form of bud in its initial stage, and sepals may either be separated from one another or they can be joined together. So this is the main function of sepals, is that they protect the bud when the bud is in the initial state, when the bud is in the starting stage. So I am removing the sepal first, slowly and carefully. As you know, flowers are very delicate, so I am removing it. Let's wait for 2-3 minutes more, and then after that I will show you the another part of flower, that is petals. Now first of petals are removed next. The colorful part of the flower is called the petals, and basically they are the most attractive parts of flower because the insects also attract by, or different types of insects attract towards the petals. Different flowers have different color, shape and size petals. They can be red, as you can see, green, blue, and they the main function of petals are there, they attract the insects for the pollination. Next is I am going to number of petals is equal to number of sepals. It is not necessary. So it is not necessary that number of petals and sepal is always equal. They may be different. For example, rose flower has 5 green sepals, but the number of petals is much more. Next I am going to show you the style part. What is style part? Basically it is mainly present in the female part of flower, which is called pistil, and it is also called carpel. So I am using this scale so that I can split it, and so that I can show you the style part of the female part of flower. And style have ovary also, which contains so many egg-like structure called ovules, and which contain the female sex cells of a plant, which helps in reproduction. So mainly the ovules contain the sex cells, female sex cells for the reproduction. So first of all, ovary we have to remove, and then I will show you the ovules. Ovules are the egg-like structures, tiny egg-like structures which help in reproduction. So I am removing it slowly. So this is the ovary part, and if I am slitting it, if I opened it, you can see the tiny ovules which contain so many egg-like structures and which have female sex cells, so that they can fuse with the male part and helps in reproduction or fertilization. Wait for 2 minutes. I am showing you. As you can see, I am trying my best. Yes, so I am going to show you, these are the ovary. As you can see, these are the ovules. Inside the ovary, ovules, egg-like structures. If you are not see clearly, yes, you can see right now egg-like structures, the dotted rat-like structures, these are called the ovules. So let's review what we have learned from this hibiscus flower. So first of all, petals, these are very colorful and they attract insects to help pollinate the flowers. As you can see, these are the different types of petals. Yes, anther. Anther is the male part of flower and basically it contains pollen grains. Pollen grains contain male sex cells. Okay. So the stigma of the hibiscus is red in color. As you can see, stigma is the female part of flower and these are called the ovary and ovules. Now I am going to explain the diagram. As you can see, this is the diagram of parts of flower: the stamen, pistil, petal and sepal. So I am going to explain the functions of different. This is the stamen, the male part of flower. Sepal protects the flower when it is in the form of bud in its initial stage. The green part of is called the sepals. Petals are called the also attract the insect. They are colorful parts of the flower and most attractive parts of flower and different color, shape and size. And number of petals and sepals in a flower is not always equal. Take it very important. Remember it that number of petals and flowers is not always equal. And next one is stamen. Now I am going to show you the stamen, the male part of flower. This is the diagram of stamen. As you can see, it contains pollen grains. Mainly what happened beta? The stamen is the male part of flower and it is actually made up of two parts, anther and filament. The stalk, as you can see, the stalk of the stamen is called the filament and the swollen top of a stamen is called anther, which contain the pollen grains. So yellow powdery substance is called the pollen grains and they have the male sex cells of a plant. So there are many stamens in a flower and they form a ring around the female part of the flower called pistil. They form the ring. Now I am going to show the picture of pistil, that is the female part of the flower. This is the pistil. So this is stigma, style and ovary. In the center of flower, as you have seen earlier, there is a flag-shaped organ. This is called the female part and it is also called carpel. So this is the pistil, is the female part of flower and basically pistil have three parts. It is made up of three parts: stigma, style and ovary. The top part of the pistil is called stigma. Stigma is very sticky so that the pollen can stick to it. Middle part of the pistil is called style and it is a tube which connect स्टिग्मा टू द ओवरी एंड द स्वॉलन पार्ट ऑफ द पिस्टल इज कॉल्ड ओवरी. इसमें एग लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स होते हैं विच आर कॉल्ड ओव्यूल्स. अगर आप इफ़ वी कट द ओवरी ऑफ ए फ्लावर, एज आई ऑलरेडी शोन यू, इफ आई कट द फ्लावर vertically with a blade, we can easily see the tiny egg like structures as I already shown you by using the hibiscus flower. So these contain the female sex cells of a plant. So this is how the plant structure is showing. So in most plants, stamen and pistils are present in the same flower and in some plants our stamen and pistils are present in separate flowers. So next is fruit and seeds. Now what do you mean by fruit? A fruit is that part of plant which contains seeds. Apple, orange, plums, lemon, tomatoes, all are fruits because they have seeds inside them. Even the pea pod is also a fruit. The peas inside it are its seeds. Now you know better, the fruits and seeds are formed from flowers by the process of pollination and fertilization. What do you mean by pollination and fertilization? Pollination means the transfer of pollen grain from anther of a stamen to the stigma of pistil is called pollination. Means how the male and female part of flower containing cells, reproductive cells, fuse and they form the another you can say plant, that is called pollination. And pollination is mainly done by the insects, wind and even with the help of water. You have learned in class 5th the seed dispersal with the help of wind, water, air. Similarly, pollination is also done with the help of insects, wind and water. So this topic you will learn in higher classes. Till then, please read the topic. This is your last topic. I hope it is clear to everyone. Thank you so much. Read the topic and learn your chapter 7. Bye everyone.